Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. I hope you guys have had a good day. It's a very, very cold night here in the UK. So props to all Watford fans who have travelled to Craven Cottage today. The game is just about to kick off in around 3 to 4 minutes time. So of course I'll keep you up to date with that as it happens. I have the feed of the game in front of me here. Of course, very controversially, the game isn't meant to be being broadcast here in the UK, but of course there are a few workarounds to that, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I can see the Watford team and the Fulham team just about to come out of the Craven Cottage tunnel. And yeah, as I said, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's very, very cold out there. I went out for a nice afternoon stroll today, and yeah, I nearly slipped over on some ice, which would have been very unfortunate. Also, before we start, I have to say, I've somehow sustained quite a annoying neck injury. I think I slept awkwardly a couple of nights ago, so I can't twist my neck really very much to the left-hand side. So if I look like a robot today, that is the reason why. But yeah, I can see Melanie, one of our channel members, in the live chat at the moment. Hope you're doing well, Melanie. Tony's here. RS is here, VJ's here as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. If you haven't seen already, I'll quickly show you now. Fulham putting out an extremely strong lineup. I mean, you can see there it pretty much is a Premier League starting lineup from Fulham, which is yeah, quite concerning. So starting in goal, they've gone with their backup goalkeeper, Bender, which is quite a funny name. Ryan Sessegnon, Cuenca, Anderson, Castagna, Andreas Pereira, Lukic, Emil Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi, Rodrigo Muniz, and Adama Traore. Of course, you guys will know Adama Traore from his time at Wolves. He very much looks like a big rugby player, really. And the Watford lineup, very interesting. A few first-team starters in there, mixed with some more fringe players. Jonathan Bond in goal, Porteous, Ogbonna, and Tikvich, Larouche, Andrew, Duomo, Kayembe, and Ince. And it looks like Vata and Doumbia up front. Of course, that formation may change slightly when we're actually in game, but I would say that's pretty much bang on from what ThoughtMob is showing me there. So Watford rotating quite heavily, whereas Fulham, you know, seem to be going for this game quite a lot. I'm quite worried actually. A lot of first-team Premier League players starting for Fulham today, so it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. Melanie says, encouraged to see some peripheral players starting. Absolutely, Melanie. I'm interested to see how the likes of Pierre Duomo, Tikvich, and Doumbia get on, especially. So yeah, very much looking forward to this game. Hope you guys have had a good day as well. Let me know if you've been up to anything particularly interesting. Of course, I imagine the majority of you have been at work all day today. I know VJ mentioned earlier he's out in Egypt at the moment, enjoying the sunshine. So yeah, very jealous of you, VJ. We do have quite a few international viewers here on the Watford Way. Actually, usually we have quite a few Australian viewers. Of course, over in Australia, it's their summer at the moment. So yeah, if you're in warmer climates, I'm very, very jealous. Can you guys hear me okay as well? I hope I sound loud and clear to you. The referee tonight is Matthew Donoghue. That's just come up on my screen. And I don't know if you guys watched the Liverpool Tottenham game last night, but when they did the VAR decision, the referee actually spoke to the stadium through a microphone using his own voice, which I found yeah, quite funny. It was quite interesting to watch. There's no VAR, I believe, in the FA Cup third round, and I do believe it goes straight to penalties. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys know the rules a bit better than I do. But I think they amended it last season, didn't they? Where there's no extra time. There's obviously no replays anymore. We know that. I think it's going straight to penalties. Obviously, if we're tied after the 90 minutes. So Watford just coming out of a huddle. And yeah, getting ready to kick off here at Craven Cottage. Here we go. Oh, get comfortable. Hopefully, it will be a very entertaining night of football. Fingers crossed. Okay, let me just make my screen bigger so I can actually make out some of the players here. Oh. Right, here we go. We've kicked off. So Fulham with possession at the moment. Watford kicking from right to left in this first half. So Watford shooting towards the left-hand side from the cameraman's perspective at Craven Cottage in this first half. Fulham with possession at the moment, passing round at the back. Mamadou Doumbia up front. It looks like Rocco Vata is alongside him just on that left-hand side and a little bit of space. Come on, Watford. And Watford clear early on here. Doumbia holds up the ball well, spreads it out wide to the right-hand side, intercepted by Fulham. And I'm sure from their perspective, they'll just want to get an early goal, take control of the match. And yeah, it should be, for Fulham, a relatively comfortable victory, you would think. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, of course. But yeah, thank you for clarifying. My audio's all good. Andres Pereira on the ball at the moment. So it looks like, it doesn't look like a front two with Doumbia and Vata. It looks to me very much like a 4-1-3-1 type of formation, at least out of possession, is what I'm seeing in these early stages. Timothy Castagna, just putting that out for a Watford throw here. 1 minute 30 played at Craven Cottage. Watford wearing our home strip, which is interesting. Of course, if we wore black today, that would have clashed with Fulham's white and black kit. And yeah, the purple kit I'm wearing now, we haven't actually worn very often this season, which yeah, is a bit of a shame. Watford in possession now, though. Ball out to his right-hand side. Tom Ince. Back to Porteous. Ogbonna. Into Tikvich. Larouche on the ball now. Vata. Back to Larouche. Larouche into Tom Ince. And a lovely ball out wide. Really well taken there by Ryan Andrews. A lovely first-time touch from quite a lofted ball over the top of the Fulham defence. Watford still have possession here. We're not quite in the areas I'd like us to be, passing around the centre-backs as we usually do at the moment. Here's Porteous. Goes all the way back to Jonathan Bond. Of course, Bond getting his first minutes after the injury to Daniel Bachmann. Doumbia getting shafted off the ball. It falls back to Porteous. Into Tom Ince, finding some space in the middle of the park. And yeah, lots of Watford fans at Craven Cottage today. I nearly brought a last-minute ticket. But yeah, I didn't want to brave the cold. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But I'm here now instead. Alex Iwobi with a dangerous cross into the box. It's intercepted by Watford. Iwobi finding some space on that left-hand side. Here comes Ryan Sessegnon. It's deflected. I think it goes out for a Fulham corner. I can't see what the referee's indicated there. It looks like it's actually a Watford goal kick in the end. Tom Potts, hello James, up the Hornets, absolutely Tom. RS9, interesting facts, we haven't played Fulham since 2019. Well, I suppose we haven't, yeah, because since then they would have been an established Premier League side. So yeah, quite a long time actually. Of course, we're in 2025 now. I still, in my brain think I'm in 2024, but yeah, we're in 2025. James, get that right. Ball back to Jonathan Bond. Yeah, 4,500 Watford fans today. I mean, fair play to everyone who's gone. Yeah, that is some dedicated away following. Of course, the distance isn't really that far, but still to have the motivation to travel to Fulham into London on a Thursday night is some doing. So yeah, the Watford fans, I've just seen them on the camera. They're actually behind Jonathan Bond's goal at the moment, which means Watford will be shooting towards the away fans in the second half if you are interested. Lofted ball over the top, intercepted there by Porteous. Tikvich passes back into Larouche. Larouche nearly loses the ball. He does so in the end and puts out for a Fulham throw. 5.5 minutes gone here at Craven Cottage so far. Marco Silva standing on the touchline. Of course, I can't actually hear any audio as I'm talking to you guys, so I do wonder what reception Marco Silva got from them Watford fans. Here's Adama Traore down this right-hand side. Oh, a dangerous ball into the back post, and really, that probably should have been 1-0 to Fulham. Alex Iwobi there with the missed chance. I'm just going to see if it was actually a Watford player who got the last touch there. But a lovely ball by Adama Traore. And yeah, Alex Iwobi probably should have stuck that away for 1-0. Benjamin Richardson, who do you hope to see Watford pick up? I personally think a keeper and a proper 9. Well, we've been linked with a goalkeeper today, actually. If you're interested in seeing who that is, I can't remember his name, but I posted it on our Instagram and Twitter page. So do go and check that out. It was a Finnish goalkeeper, I believe, over in Italy we were linked with. So, yeah, we're being linked. You know, do I personally think we'll go and get that keeper? I'm not so sure, but that only really leaves Jonathan Bond as the only available senior goalkeeper. So it wouldn't surprise me if we went out there and got someone kind of on a short-term contract or like a short-term loan deal. Of course, Jebison got recalled as well, Daniel Jebison, which is, yeah, definitely an interesting discussion point. I actually had a conversation with Daniel Jebison a few days ago via Twitter DMs. And there was no hints of him being recalled when I had that conversation with him. But yeah, obviously, you know, it developed really quickly, the injuries at Bournemouth, the stuff that happened at Watford. So yeah, Daniel Jebison has been recalled. I sent him a message earlier today actually, but I've not heard anything from him. So yeah, that will probably be the end of my relationship between me and Daniel Jebison. But to be honest, I felt like his heart was in the right place. Look, he just didn't work out. He missed some massive chances when they were given to him in front of goal. And yeah, I think Watford clearly need a more experienced number 9. Good work by Fulham down his left-hand side. Lots of dummies here. Cleared by Porteous. Hello, Rudy. Hope you're well. Richard, evening, James. Has much happened so far? One, I'd say, half chance for Fulham. Alex Iwobi probably should have scored at the back post. A good ball in by you know, the man mountain that is Adama Traore. But yeah, other than that, I would just say Fulham, of course, dominating possession as you expect they would do with the quality they've got. Andreas Pereira looking to get behind Yasser Larouche. And I'm not alone on the night shift. I'll tell you what, I've been listening to some really like old school songs in the past few days. Like not even from you know, my era really. I'm talking about like the 70s and 80s. I'm going way back to like when my parents were growing up. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of modern music really. I much prefer kind of the old school, soul music. Kind of that jive is what I like. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of modern day music, if you will. I mean, there's some good artists out there, but yeah, not for me. 99% of the stuff nowadays. I remember beating Fulham at Vicarage Road a few years ago. I think Kiko Femenia scored a goal. I think Domingos Quina might have scored, or it might have been Will Hughes actually. Yeah, I think it was Kiko Femenia and Will Hughes at Vicarage Road who definitely beat Fulham. Yeah, it must have been, as RS mentioned earlier, it must have been back in 2019 because we've not played them since then. Here's Rocco Vata on the break. Pierre Duomo into Doumbia, cleared by Fulham. The ball still in the air. Here's Duomo. Nice pass back to Porteous. Porteous again hoofs it back up into the air. Doumbia challenging with Anderson at the back. Here's Tom Ince for Watford. Tom Ince still. Oh, good little run there by Tom Ince. Gets intercepted just outside the Fulham penalty area. Doumbia chasing down the Fulham back line now. And they're just a bit more composed than Watford are. And yeah, Timothy Castagna on the ball now down this right-hand side. Yasser Larouchi wins it back. Pereira wins it back off Larouchi. And Fulham try a ball in behind. And yeah, that's probably going to be a foul. Tikvich dragging down Adama Traore there. A clear foul from Antonio Tikvich. No complaints there from the Watford defender. Yeah, I mean, he was literally. I mean, that is that is absolutely the most funny foul I've ever seen from Tikvich. I mean, he must think he is in a wrestling match. My goodness, that is definitely not a subtle foul. And yeah, Fulham have a free kick now in front of them 4,500 Watford travelling fans. Looks like Ryan Sessegnon and Andreas Pereira are standing over it. Angelo Ogbonna just trying to organise his Watford defence here alongside Ryan Porteous. Yeah, Fulham don't look like an overly huge team, actually. Just looking at some of their players there. Headed well away there by Watford. Fulham have the ball, looking to recycle possession. And yeah, I've not seen a win yet with my purple Watford shirts. I'm hoping to change the shirt's fortunes in the game today. Fingers crossed. 12.5 minutes gone now. We are a couple of minutes late kicking off at Craven Cottage. So yeah, that explains why we're slightly out of kilter. I always feel a bit weird with these night matches as well because I wait all day, I'm waiting, 12, 13 hours for the match to start. And then when it does eventually start, I'm very, very tired. So it's quite hard to keep my enthusiasm going for the entire 2 hours. But hopefully we'll see a couple of Watford goals today. Here come Fulham, though, into the Watford penalty area, headed away by Angelo Ogbonna. Adama Traore on the ball now, being closed down by Rocco Vata. Good pressing there by Rocco Vata. Makes Fulham go all the way back. Oh, here come Fulham down his left-hand side. Surely it's going to be a chance. And that does go out for a Fulham corner. Emil Smith-Rowe there causing a lot of trouble for Watford. And Andreas Pereira for Fulham is going over to take their first corner of this match. Of course, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you leave a like on the stream as well. It really does help us out and it lets YouTube know that you guys are enjoying what you're watching. Hobbytown, hello, hello, hello. Hope you are having a good day. So far, so good. Fulham 0, Watford 0, but it is a corner as I speak. So hopefully Watford can defend this adequately here. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Antonio Tikvich in the brief appearances I've seen of him. So yeah, Andreas Pereira sends it into the near post. Tom Ince hoofs it away. Goes out for a Watford throw. Thank you very much. Melanie says Porto is struggling a bit. I assume you're talking about the game. I don't think so. I think he seems okay today. Actually, Ryan Porteous. Unless you just mean generally in the last few games. But I assume you're talking about the Fulham game today. Yeah, lots of empty seats at Craven Cottage today. Fulham charging a little bit too much, in my opinion, for a bog standard FA Cup third round tie. I think it was £30 for adults, £25 I think it was for under 21s, which is quite pricey. So yeah, half the stadium looks empty today at Fulham, which it's a shame. It's probably more away fans than home fans today, which is certainly very odd. So another corner here for Fulham, this time taken short. Here's Andreas Pereira, obviously formerly of Manchester United, goes out for the third Fulham corner of this match so far. Watford having a lot of defending to do in the past couple of minutes. And yeah, lots of Watford fans behind that goal, all standing up and in good voice, I would assume. So here's Pereira again. Looks like he'll send this into the box this time. Goes to the back post. Oh, and Watford nearly scoring an own goal there, it seemed. Here's Rocco Vata looking to break. Vata into Duomo. Oh, nearly well worked by Watford. Hobby Town says, loving life, having a pre-birthday session with the boys. Love that. I love that. I won't ask how old you are because, that would be rude of me. But I hope you have a good birthday. I assume it's for tomorrow because that's what a pre-birthday session would be, right? But yeah, any blow-up snakes? I've not seen any so far. They've not really shown the Watford fans. So, I've not seen any blow-up snakes, but I shall keep you updated to see if they appear. Absolutely. Yeah, to be honest, Watford are a bit under the cosh at the moment. Fulham are very compact in midfield. Watford finding it really hard to get any sort of counter-attacking opportunity underway when we do win the ball back here. Ryan Andrews defending here. Cleared by Porteous, straight back to Alex Iwobi. Here's Emil Smith-Rowe. Alex Iwobi shoots. Oh, good shot by Alex Iwobi. And yeah, Jonathan Bond, did he get a touch on that? It looks like he may have done. I think the referee signalled for a Fulham corner. Alex Iwobi shooting from distance. Some good work down the left-hand side from Fulham. And yeah, a really good, vicious shot from Alex Iwobi. Goes wide. Let's see if Jonathan Bond did get a hand on this. I think he did actually. Yeah, Jonathan Bond, a good save from him. And yeah, it's another Fulham corner. This is already their fourth of the game. Fulham with 3 attempts on goal, 1 on target. Of course, Watford so far, no attempts on the Fulham goal. And yeah, Watford clearing long. Rocco Vata chasing it down. But other than that, there's not really anyone up there for Watford to kind of hold and cling on to the ball. Of course, we do have some options off the bench. No Georgie Shaffatatse today, I do have to reiterate. Of course, he deserves a rest, being, our best player at the club, arguably. But we do have the likes of Loser, Sissoko, Vacuum Bio, who we can potentially bring on in the second half if needed. Oh, you're working tomorrow. That's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, Yasser Larouche loses the ball. Wins it back, though. Here we go. Duomo back to Tikvic. Tikvich into Rocco Vata. Rocco Vata keeping hold of the ball. It looked like he was fouled there to me. Referee tells the game to play on. Oh, referee, come on. Oh, there's a big opportunity for Watford there to maybe get a shot away on goal, and he just pulls the game back for, I think, a foul on Andreas Pereira, who was very easy to spot, by the way, with his white hair. Not quite sure what the referee has pulled the game back for there. I couldn't really see a foul by any Watford players, unless I'm completely blind. But yeah, the referee awarded Fulham a free kick, and they get the game back underway. 20 minutes gone here in North London at the moment. Well, I say North London. Isn't Fulham south of the Thames? So yeah, technically South London, if I want to get my geography correct. West, okay. Ah, guys, it's our good friend Jerry Sudworth, and he says, hello. Hello, Jerry. I think Watford will lose and get knocked out of the FA Cup. Well, thank you very much again, Jerry, for your weekly positive message to us Watford fans. We really appreciate that. Yeah. It is funny. It is funny. I hope you're doing well, Jerry. Yeah, who was it there? He just said RS9 Chatfordatse is on the bench. No Chatfordatse on the bench today. He is completely omitted out of the squad, which I think is a good thing because yeah, we don't want him picking up an injury in the FA Cup when we need him for obviously league football. Geography is not my strong point. Sorry, I am sorry. North of the Thames. Yeah, sorry about that. For some reason, I had in my head that obviously Chelsea and Fulham are quite close, and I thought Chelsea were north and then Fulham were south. Obviously, I've got that wrong. I'm sorry about that. I mean, it's quite ironic. I mean, I've literally got a map of the world behind me here. So, yeah. Stop attacking me, guys. Stop attacking me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. BBC says he's on the bench. I don't think he's on the bench. I mean, I can double check for you. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, no Georgie Chatfordatse. In fact, what I'll do is I'll get the Watford. Let me get the Watford social media post up just to double check. You're making me double check myself now. I'm entirely sure there was no Georgie Chatfordatse. A Watford player's gone down injured here as I was not watching the game. Oh no, he is on the bench actually. I'm wrong. Ignore me. I'm going crazy. He is actually on the bench. I thought he was omitted from the squad. That's interesting. Yeah, Miles Roberts is on the bench. Francisco Sierralta. Georgie Chatfordatse, apologies. I'm getting lots of stuff wrong today. My geography's bad. I can't read. Yeah, sorry about that. Imran Loser, Musa Sissoko, Vacuum Bio, James Morris, Quadway Bar, and Amin Nabidza, who's obviously the promising Watford attacking player from the academy. So, yeah, apologies. You guys are right. I can trust you. Just ignore everything I said. Looks like Pierre Duomo's down here with some sort of concussion for Watford. Imran Loser was receiving some instruction from Tom Clevey there, so potentially an early and unneeded substitution here for Watford. Pierre Duomo down, receiving treatment from the Watford physios. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. I am sorry. Yes, Tom, I got it wrong. Yeah, apologies about that. So he looks okay, Pierre Duomo. I'm not entirely sure what happened because I took my eyes off the screen for about 30 seconds as I was talking to you. So, yeah, Pierre Duomo looked like he was down with some sort of concussion. But yeah, he looks okay to continue. Oh, that is funny. Oh, an interesting shot there by Edo Kayembe, looking to test the Fulham goalkeeper. It was wide. But yeah, certainly worth attempting, actually. Kind of on the half volley from distance. Yeah, in the end, well wide of the Fulham goal. But yeah, probably Watford's first shot of the match, that from Edo Kayembe, 25 minutes in. Yasser Larouci sends it out for a Fulham throw. Yeah, I mean, they're showing Adama Traore on the television camera now. He's absolutely jacked. I mean, the guy's muscles. I mean, his one arm muscle from Adama Traore is probably the size, of my entire body. I mean, the guy is absolutely humongous. Matt says James Duomo got tackled, but I think his boot may have got stuck in the pitch. Okay, so it's like a twisted ankle potentially then. I mean, he seems okay now. He's running around, so yeah, he looks okay. Oh, big chance for Watford. Oh my God. Nearly. Nearly. Wow. I think that was Rocco Vata. I couldn't quite make out as my feed's quite blurry, but I think it was Rocco Vata or Ryan Andrews. Oh, and it's a Fulham goal. There we go. I'll just stop speaking there. I think that's Rodrigo Muniz with the goal. And yeah, 1-0 to Fulham. So Watford having a chance at one end, and very quickly Fulham go at the other end and get the opening goal of the game. And I suspect they'll go on to probably secure quite a comfortable win. But number 9, Rodrigo Muniz there with the goal. I'll just watch it back in the replay to see if I can see any Watford mistakes here. So yeah, Watford nearly getting through on goal. Well defended by Fulham, and then they go straight up the other end and bang in their goal through Rodrigo Muniz. So it's Adama Traore against Larouci, and actually, to be fair, it's a very good finish. I mean, Tikvich probably should be a little bit closer to his man, potentially. But no, a very good first-time finish by Rodrigo Muniz. So it is Fulham 1, Watford 0. And the question now is, how many goals will Fulham score today? Hobby Town, good to see Ogbonna playing. You rate him so much. Absolutely. I mean, I think he just needs some minutes and match fitness, obviously, after coming back from injury. So, yeah, I suspect we'll see Ogbonna, of course, against Cardiff City on Tuesday night. What are the odds? Ryan Porteous getting at least 1 card. Well, I don't gamble, so I don't know the odds on that. But I'm sure they're good odds because, yeah, he's very likely to pick up a book in Ryan Porteous. Flynn Carter, hello. We haven't conceded in the first 10 minutes. Have Fulham got a weakened squad this game? I assume you sent that message just before Fulham scored, Flynn. But no, I would say Fulham's squad is actually pretty stacked, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of the players who are playing for them today, Emil Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi, Timothy Castagna, Joachim Anderson, they're all, Premier League starters pretty much. So yeah, I'd say a very strong Fulham squad. There was calls for handball there on Ryan Porteous. Actually, the referee waved it away. It's another Fulham corner. Ball comes in, and I think there was a foul in the box that the referee's penalised there. So Watford have a free kick. I've got the hiccups. Shocking news about Daishi today. Yeah, lots of managers seeing the sack in the past couple of days. We had West Ham, obviously Julian Lopetegui getting the sack. That was yesterday, wasn't it? And then today we lost Rob Edwards, which is quite funny. And then obviously Sean Dyche, so 2 former Watford managers getting sacked today, which was, yeah, very interesting. And yeah, the Sean Dyche one, I mean, I expected him to get sacked at some point, obviously, just due to the way they'd been performing. But I didn't expect him to get sacked, you know, before a match. You know, I think Everton are playing tonight, right? So for them to sack him, you know, but before a match, you know, just a few hours before, you know, something has clearly happened behind the scenes there. And I actually read the Everton club statement, and there was not even, you know, thank you, Sean Dyche, for, you know, for your services or anything like that. There was just nothing in there saying thank you very much. So yeah, clearly some dislike from the Everton hierarchy towards Sean Dyche to not even get a thank you in his leaving statement. So 15 minutes left to play here in the first half. Unfortunately, it looks like Angelo Ogbonna has gone down. They're feeling his hamstring here, which is concerning because that was the issue he had before. I mean, they won't take any risks with him. And Imran Louza here is on the sidelines getting ready to come on. So yeah, it looks like to me Angelo Ogbonna here is down. Hobby Town says, I watched Dyche play at the Vic. Yeah, I never, obviously I'm too young to have watched Sean Dyche play. But yeah. Yeah, Gino Pozzo, when he come in, you got rid of Dyche very, very quickly. Which was a shame, actually, because I think is a good character. So yeah, Pierre Duomi, who obviously sustained the injury 5 minutes ago or so, has come off. And Imran Louza, who we really wanted to be given a rest today, he's come on into that midfield alongside Tom Ince and Edu Kayembe. So yeah, it's a shame because Pierre Duomo, you know, hasn't seen many minutes anyway, and yeah, forced off with an injury there, which is yeah, immensely frustrating from a Watford perspective. I mean, we're already very light on midfielders as it stands anyway, so to lose another one is certainly concerning. Tom Cleverly saying he hopes to see a couple of new faces through the door by Tuesday, which is exciting. Of course, hopefully we'll see a few more transfer rumours and speculation, you know, start to bubble up over the next couple of days. You know, I think there was Lewis Kumas from Liverpool. We were rumoured with Kelechi Iheanacho. That's still rumbling on in the background. Ryan Porteous is being linked with a move away from Watford as well to some other clubs. And yeah, earlier today, through Gianluca Di Marzio over in Italy, getting linked with a goalkeeper. So yeah, interesting stuff. Oh my God! What a goal! What a goal! Rocco Vata. That is outstanding. That is unbelievable. What a unbelievable strike by Rocco Vata. Oh my God. Wow, we have some player on our hands. Goodness gracious me. Rocco Vata, stunning Fulham at Craven Cottage. Tom Cleverly isn't reacting at all to that goal, but Rocco Vata, what a run and what a strike. Let's watch this back on the replay. So it goes into Tikvic, who plays it very quickly into Rocco Vata. Rocco Vata running at that Fulham defence. And oh, what a sweet strike that is, my word. Rocco Vata, you are some player. And yeah, the Watford away end go absolutely wild. And yeah, oh, that is superb. That is superb stuff. That is already winning goal of the month for January. What a strike. Oh my God. Oh my God, come on. I'm still not expecting to win the game, guys, just to clarify. But Watford have found a way back. Fulham won. Watford won. As Matt says, Vata, you beauty. Absolutely, Matt. What a goal. My God. Wow, I need to calm down. My brother's watching the match as well in another room, but I haven't heard him celebrate. So I do wonder if he's behind on his stream. Oh dear. What a goal. Stunning strike from Rocco Vata. Superb player. Tom Cleverly giving the team some instructions. I can see not snakes in the Watford away end, but certainly I can see some yellow balloons being tossed around in that Watford away end behind Jonathan Bond's goal. And yeah, what a goal that is by Rocco Vata. Superb stuff by the Irish international. Let's read some of your reactions to that. Rudy says, great goal. RS9, Rocco Vata, Rocco. What's his chant? I don't really know Rocco Vata's chant. Hobbytown, where did we get him from? We got him from Celtic. Hobbytown, which is very strange, because you would have thought Celtic would retain such an exciting talent like Vata, but for some reason they let him go for, I think it was about £500,000 we paid in compensation. And some talent, absolutely. Richard Lee says, wow, Vata. Matt says, come on, 1-1, Vata, you beauty. Benjamin, amazing strike. RS9, Rocco Vata rocks my world. It's no Cody. Vata is amazing. He always scores. You guys are loving that Rocco Vata strike. Oh, Jonathan Bond coming really far out of the Watford goal there. Of course, if you remember, you can spam your goal emoji, your custom goal emoji in chat, as I've just done there. And yeah, lots of channel members joining lately, which is really appreciated. Of course, you can join that from just 99p per month, getting access to loyalty badges, early access to certain videos. You get member-only videos as well, which is really a cool perk to have, and much more as well to be announced in the coming months as well. So thank you very much to all channel members who have joined in the last few weeks. Much appreciated. So Jonathan Bond with the goal kick, and 36 minutes gone here at Craven Cottage. If Watford can get into half-time level against Premier League opposition, who have put out a lot of first-team players today, I think that would be a job well done. I mean, the actual goal from Watford, it wasn't really, a well-worked goal. It was just really a moment of brilliance, from Watford's wonder kid, Rocco Vata. But to be fair to Tiklich, I know I criticised him quite a lot, but he played quite an incisive pass and a quick pass into Rocco Vata's feet. Obviously, Vata, being the player he is, he turned very quickly, drove at the defence, and he clearly has, the ability and self-belief to unleash a powerful, strike into that top right-hand corner. It really was a special goal. Here's Fulham, just outside Watford's penalty area here. God, I can't get over that strike. It really was fantastic. I want them to show it on the replay again. I've only seen it once on the replay. I want to keep rewatching that. It was absolutely stunning. Really was. Probably, actually, in terms of goals Watford have scored this season, it probably was the best goal, I would say. I don't know if you guys agree, who are watching, but yeah, really, really good stuff. Of course, please subscribe if you are new as well, which we're aiming to hit 1,220 subscribers today. The last time I checked, we were about 5 or 6 away from that goal. So yeah, every subscriber counts, of course. So if you haven't already, hit the button down below. It's totally free to do, and it means you'll get notified about every time we upload a new video or go live today as we are watching this Fulham game. Time to have a drink. Cheers. Obviously, no alcohol on a Thursday night. And well defended there by Watford. The ball goes back into Jonathan Bond's very comfortable arms. Thank you, Hobbytown. Much appreciated. Rudy says, that's what happens when you go for it. Yeah, more of that in the second half, Rudy. Absolutely. I'm surprised he didn't go Rudy today, but I suppose it probably was quite a trek up on a weeknight from where you live. So yeah, not surprising. But yeah, Rudy, you usually go to the majority of away games, don't you? Evening, says Ellis, obviously one of our channel members. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And yeah, the camera just showed Marcus Silva and Tom Cleverley there on the touchline. It's quite a funny sight to see, just because the dynamics very weird. Tom Cleverley played under Marco Silva. Marco Silva left in quite controversial circumstances, of course, joining Everton after being tapped up by them, which I know Watford weren't very happy about. I think we got quite a lot of compensation actually for Marco Silva. I think we're talking into the several millions of pounds that we got in compensation for Marco Silva. So yeah, we certainly didn't do badly out of it, but it did derail what was a very good start to that season. And of course, Javi Gracia come in, and then after that, of course, history was made with Watford reaching the Emirates FA Cup final. Ellis, don't be so rude. Don't be so rude, Ellis. 1-1. We can win this game. We can win this game. If you guys don't know, Ellis is not a Watford fan. He's my good friend, but he's a Manchester United fan. So yeah, everyone who's watching, please go and send Ellis some hate about how badly his team is doing this season. Oh dear. I saw earlier actually Marcus Rashford may be off to West Ham United. I mean, that would be a very weird move for him, I feel. I don't think West Ham United is the right club for Rashford to go to. I feel like he's been linked with some clubs in Italy and Borussia Dortmund potentially as well. I think that's probably more of a sensible move for Marcus Rashford to make rather than going to another quite hostile English club in West Ham United. If you said to me at Watford, would you like Marcus Rashford? I would probably say no, because just from what I've seen, his attitude, isn't where it should be for a player of that level. So, yeah, I mean, I may sound silly saying that, but just from what I've seen, from his actions on the pitch and what's going on in the media, I don't think Rashford. Not saying he would ever join us, but in a theoretical scenario, I don't think it would work at all. Here come Fulham. 3 minutes left of this half. Hopefully Watford can hold on until half-time with this draw. Well claimed there by Jonathan Bond. RS9 says, at least our team isn't 13th in our league. Absolutely. I mean, Manchester United, yeah, crap team at the moment. Oh, guys, our good friend Jerry Sudworth has returned. You are very upset that Watford scored a goal. Well, what can I say, Jerry? I mean, we are the biggest club in the world. Watford are the biggest club in the land, Jerry. So, yeah, I do apologise for Watford scoring a goal. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to score a couple more, Jerry. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, dear. Goes out for I assume it's a Watford throw. You've already ticked Fulham off the list. Fair enough. I assume you went back when we were in the Premier League, Rudy. Chilzinho, Footy Guy 13. I've never seen you before, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Here's Hog Dini. Absolutely. Good stuff. Are you a Watford fan? Let us know. Or have you just, stumbled upon us by accident? Here come Fulham. Ryan Sessegnon down this left-hand side. I think Raul Jimenez is on the bench for Fulham, actually. So, yeah, Fulham are struggling in the second half. They do have the option to bring on Raul Jimenez, obviously formerly of Wolves. And, yeah, now at Fulham. He scored actually in their last Premier League game against Ipswich. Here's Emil Smith-Rowe being trapped by Ryan Andrews. Ball over the top into Rodrigo Muniz. He's juggling with the ball in the penalty area. And it's out for a Watford goal kick. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jerry Sudworth, our good friend here, is a Wealdstone fan. So that's why he hates Watford. He comes into my streams on a regular basis and has a very, high dislike for the Hornets. So, yeah, if you see Jerry's, negative comments pop up now and again, that's why he's a Wealdstone fan. So 4 minutes added time here in the first half. So for me, just hold on until half time, regroup. And then if Tom Cleverley really wants to go for this game, of course, he has the options of Vacuum Bio, Georgie Shakfatatse, Kwadwo Bar. They're all on the bench for Watford today. So, yeah, if Watford really want to go for it in the second half, we have the option to do so. Here come Fulham again on the attack. Adama Traore on this right-hand side being marked by 2 Watford players here. Oh, God, that ball keeps happening time and time again. Adama Traore down this right-hand side. He cuts back on his weaker foot. He sends the ball to the back post. And yet Alex Iwobi, he really should be getting to that and tucking it away. It's pretty poor from a Fulham perspective. But that's happened 3 or 4 times now in this first half. Hopefully Tom Cleverley has identified that and will work on that, at half time. Because, yeah, Traore's put that same ball in, many times already during this match. And eventually, that will punish Watford. But so far, so good. To be totally honest, I wasn't even expecting to see a goal tonight. So the fact Watford have scored, a banging goal is certainly, sensational stuff. Here's Yas Larouche. Edu Kayembe into Rocco Vata, the goal scorer. And yeah, that's offside. Mamadou Doumbia there. Hobby Town says, can't believe Cunha signed a new deal at Wolves. Yeah, Matthias Cunha, fantastic player. Chilzinho, Footy Guy 13 says, I support Arsenal. It was passed down by your family. You wanted to watch football, but you don't have a streaming device, so you're watching a watch-along instead. Well, that is good to hear, and I'm glad you're here supporting the Hornets. Hopefully we can become your second team. That would be good. Benjamin Richardson. I'm just going to call you Ben from now on, because otherwise it's a bit of a mouthful for me. So Ben says, how is Doumbia doing? Okay, 6 out of 10, I would say, an average performance. He's held up the ball pretty well in certain moments. But yeah, he's not really had a chance to get a shot away on the Fulham goalkeeper. So yeah, I wouldn't say he's done any better than Vacuum Bio would have done. So yeah, an average 6 out of 10 really. I think Watford clearly have to buy, another number 9 in the January transfer window. It's clearly a position, we need some more strength in, as is CDM, and a striker really as well Watford should look to, yeah, CDM, striker, goalkeeper, maybe a left back I would look to recruit, but it's unlikely Watford will bring in 4 players. So yeah, CDM and a striker is what I would probably look to prioritise if I was Gino Pozzo. Oh, come on, Watford, hold on. Here's Andreas Pereira. Again, it's very identifiable by his, white hair, very, very bright. Yeah, Doumbia seems to be struggling, being up top on his own. He's got no real support around him at the moment. And that is half-time. So half-time is Watford 1, Fulham 1. Lovely stuff. Chilzinho says, I guess I support the Hornets now. You do, absolutely. Oliver Worthy, hello. Are Fulham completely dominant? Um, would I say completely dominant? I don't think I would say completely. I mean, let's take a look at the stats now, actually. Let me just bring them up. Well, actually, looking at the stats, I mean, the stats suggest they are being completely dominant. I mean, let me just bring these up for you now. Bear with me one moment. Here we go. So you can see, talking about dominance, if you look at match momentum, which shows essentially, how the swing of the match is going, which team is more likely to score at any given moment. You can see Watford's goal, is very much the outlier in this match momentum chart. Yeah, Fulham, look at that, really dominant. I mean, there's only a couple of yellow spikes in there from a Watford perspective. Clearly, much higher possession, much higher expected goals. 13 shots to 3 that Watford have had, and 2 big chances created to Watford's none. So actually, yeah, I would say very much, they have been a dominant side, absolutely. Right, I'm going to quickly shoot off for a quick toilet break. I'll literally be back in about 2 or 3 minutes' time. And then, yeah, we'll look ahead to the second half. As I mentioned earlier, if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. It's totally free to do. In fact, I'll see where we're at in terms of our subscriber goal at the moment, see how far off we are. We're 5 away, so we're 5 away from hitting our goal for today's stream. So yeah, if you are new around here, please do hit that button down below. Of course, if you do wish to financially contribute to the channel and help me buy some new equipment, which is the goal, a nice new camera and yeah, a nice new microphone would be nice. You can do that via the super chat or membership option. And yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes as we look ahead to the second half of Fulham 1, Watford 1. Come on, we're still in this game. We're still in the game. Hello, hello, hello. I have returned. I have returned. Hope you guys are doing all right. And yeah, that was exciting. That was exciting. We went through the stats just then. I mean, you can see. I bring them up once again. You know, they have dominated us, but we are in the game. We're still here. You know, we're very much in this game. If Tom Cleverley wants to, he's got the players to bring off the bench. Quadwo Bar, Bio, Sissoko, Georgie. He can make them changes if he wants to, go for the match. But yeah, all in all, you know, I'm pretty happy. It's much more than I expected anyway, this performance. So yeah, I'm gonna go on Twitter now and just take a look at what people are actually saying. Of course, Fulham probably should have scored more goals than they did, but yeah. What a strike by Quadwo Bar. Not Quadwo Bar, Rocco Vata. Let me get my players right. Rocco Vata, what a strike. Someone on here saying, honestly, think we've been all right so far. Good first half. Look, I don't think we've been amazing. I mean, let's not go over the top, but against Premier League opposition, we've certainly, you know, put in a decent showing, I would say. Let's take a look at some of what you guys are saying. Can I find where I'm at? Vija says almost at 20 likes. Yes, do hit the like button down below. As I mentioned as well, please do hit that subscribe button. That's the important one. The subscribe button, it really does help us out. Chilzinho says Manuel Almunia. Obviously, I think you're talking about the Dini Leicester goal, and obviously Almunia saving that penalty. Flynn Carter, what service am I watching this live from? I can't really say on here in case the authorities are watching, but yeah, I found a way to watch Fulham versus Watford. You know, let's just say that. I'm sure if you go on Watford social media, you can find a way to watch it. Is all I'll say. Yeah. Looking forward to the second half. I mean, let me just see if I can... does this actually show Watford's bench? Let me just take a quick look. Scroll down. You can see the player ratings actually from the first half. So Rodrigo Muniz obviously scoring Fulham's goal. 7.7 rating. Andreas Pereira's been pretty good, as is the Dama Traore. Rocco Vata and Tikvic actually Watford's highest performers in that first half. I've just got a yawn one moment. Excuse me, it is late. Yeah, Jonathan Bond for 5.8. Of course, goalkeepers, you know, I don't read too much into their ratings, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, Rocco Vata, Tikvic and Ogbonna are Watford's highest performers. Lukic, Pereira, Traore and Muniz are Fulham's highest performers. To scroll down onto the bench, you can see Miles Roberts is on the bench for Watford after being recalled from Partick Thistle. Francisco Sierralta, James Morris, Georgie, Musa, Amin Nabidza, of course, the Watford Academy attacker, Quadwo Bar and Vacuum Bio. So if I was Cleverley, you know, at half time, you're really making a decision about, you know, making, you know, these high profile changes. Do you want to risk, you know, the fitness of Georgie, Bar, Bio, Sissoko to try and go for the game? Or do you keep the same players on the pitch and hope they can kind of see out, you know, a result against Fulham? What I need clarifying from you guys is, we discussed it before the game started. So obviously, there's no replays anymore. Is there extra time? I don't think there's any extra time. So can you guys just confirm if it ends as a draw after the 90 minutes? Do we go straight to penalties? I assume we do. I'm just waiting for you guys to send a message through. But yeah, I think it goes straight to penalties. Chilzinho, you'll be back for another live. Well, I hope so. We're nice people, you know. I'm a nice guy. So Yeah, you're more than welcome back for another live, of course. Matt says, James, the FA Cup YouTube page just posted Vatta's goal and the name Rocco Rocket Vatta. It was a rocket, literally. Like, I watched the replay actually just on my break there, and yeah, the ball, it literally curls like a missile right into that far corner. It's superb stuff. What was your goal like? It was absolutely sensational. I mean, just go on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, as we just mentioned. Search up Rocco Vatta against Fulham, and then yeah, you can see the goal. It was very, very good. Oliver Worthy says there is extra. So Oliver says there is extra time in pens. Hobby Town says pens no extra time. So two contradicting statements. I'm gonna have to go and look myself. Is there extra time in the FA Cup third round? Let me check. So the Daily Mirror 3 hours ago, replays had been scrapped. So this weekend's third round ties will be settled on the day with extra time and penalties. So I think, according to this article, they will go to extra time. So potentially we could be here for another half an hour after the 90-minute whistle. Goodness me, I won't be getting an early night's sleep tonight if that happens. So yeah, there is extra time and penalties. I apologise. But you get to see my lovely face for another half an hour if that happens. So yeah, be happy for that. Oh dear. So yeah, the match is just about to restart. Should be another minute or so before the players come out. Let's refresh my feed here. Hobby Town says, thank you, FA, for confusing us. Yeah, it seems like every year they change, some sort of rule with, these competitions. The handball rule gets changed every year. Scrapping replays, benefits kind of the Premier League clubs because, if we have replays, the match could then go back to Vicarage Road and you could argue Watford would have, an advantage there. So it's an interesting discussion point. But yeah. And yeah, as I mentioned before the stream, I do apologise if my movements are slightly robotic today. But I've got like a weird neck injury at the moment. I went to bed a couple of nights ago and I must have slept in like an awkward position because I can twist my neck this way. But when I try and twist it too much that way, it really, really hurts. So yeah, if any of you guys are physios, please give me some neck exercises to do because yeah, I'm in quite a lot of pain on my left shoulder area. So yeah. Anthony Rafter, you're from Ireland. Well, I'm sure you're loving Rocco Vatta's goal. It was a sensational strike from, I think he plays in the Ireland under-21s, doesn't he, Rocco Vatta? So yeah, not too long, I'm sure, until he sees a few senior appearances for your national team. Chilzinho says you're going to the North London derby next Wednesday. You're very, very lucky. Wowie. Yeah, Tottenham Arsenal. What a game that will be. So, Marco Silva has emerged back onto the pitch. I'm just waiting for the game to get back underway. Looks like Fulham are bringing on a substitute. Is this Raul Jimenez potentially? I haven't actually got a look at the player yet. So yeah, Raul Jimenez coming on for Fulham. They clearly feel they need a goal scorer on to win them this game. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure who's coming off. They've not confirmed that on my feed, but Raul Jimenez coming onto the pitch for Fulham. As for Watford, it doesn't look like we're making any changes at half-time, which is a bit unfortunate given the position we're in. I was hoping Tom Cleverley might want to want to go for the game. But yeah, Rodrigo Moon is actually the goal scorer for Fulham. Who got their opening goal, has actually come off, and Raul Jimenez has come on. So the singular change at half time for Fulham, and Watford go into this second half unchanged. So here we go, the second half at Craven Cottage. Watford get us underway, kicking towards the away fans in the second half, which is fantastic to see. And there we go, we get underway by Mamadou Doumbia. Jacob says, how am I watching this? Again, as I say, I can't really divulge because you know why. But I'm sure if you go on, hashtag Watford FC on Twitter, you can find someone with a link on there potentially. But yeah, I can't post any links on YouTube or anything to that. But yeah, if you have a VPN, of course, that always comes in handy in these situations. What I say is blame the FA, because this game should never have been on a Thursday night, especially if it's not going to be televised here in the UK. Yeah, it's frustrating. I think the Everton match is on BBC, I think, tonight. So there's no reason why they couldn't have shown this Watford game, on iPlayer or something. Oh, good defending there by Watford early on here. Fulham coming down his left-hand side through Ryan Sessegnon. And I think that was Ryan Porteous there with the last-ditch sliding challenge, in the opening 30 seconds of this second half. And yeah, Fulham have an early corner here. Come on, Watford. If we end up winning this game, I mean, I will be obviously, very happy, but I will just be shocked. I will just have, an element of shock in me, really. I'm not expecting to win the game, obviously, but the longer we stay in it, obviously, the longer, there is of the possibility of that happening. Oh, that's poor from Watford. Antonio Tikvic, losing the ball. Oh, for God's sake. I think the referee's just awarded a penalty. And yeah, since this guy's come into Watford, I've had a dislike of him. So Tikvic, plays Watford into trouble and then fouls a Fulham player. I think he fouls Adama Traore just inside the penalty area here. Or it was on the line. Ugh, that's awful defending. That's awful. Oh, that is awful. That's shocking defending from Antonio Tikvic. And yeah, I think Fulham have been awarded a penalty here. So yeah, Watford's happiness has very quickly, gone to dismay. Can Jonathan Bond save this? Jonathan Bond against, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Raul Jimenez taking this? Emil Smith-Rowe? So Raul Jimenez standing over the penalty. Can Jonathan Bond save? The referee just talking to a few players outside the box. Here we go. So Raul Jimenez versus Jonathan Bond. Come on, Bondy. Save this, please. Here we go. Raul Jimenez steps up. Long run up here. Staggers. And he scores right into the top right-hand corner. And it's Fulham 2, Watford 1. And, yeah. It's Antonio Tikvic. He shouldn't be at the club, really. I mean, he's not even our player. He's on loan from Udinese. He's absolutely useless. But, yeah, Fulham... Sorry, I've actually put the score as Fulham as Watford 2 there. Let me change that for Fulham 2, Watford 1. There we go. Ah, bloody hell. That's disappointing. Just silly there from Antonio Tikvic, really, for Watford. Crap player. Really is. Just not good enough. I don't know why we brought him in. He's too young and inexperienced for this level. And yeah, that all come actually from Tikvic trying to play out from the back, lost the ball. Fulham try and counter, and then yeah, Tikvic fouling Adama Traore on kind of the penalty line, the penalty box line. And yeah, Raul Jimenez there slotting that away. So it's Fulham 2, Watford 1. And as it stands, Watford are exiting the FA Cup in the third round unless we score an equalising goal here. So that's annoying. I'm frustrated by that. Let's see what people are saying on social media about that penalty. Someone said, don't play out from the back. Needless penalty given away from Tikvich. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. It was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Oh, dear. Here come Fulham again. Into Alex Iwobi. And the follow-up shot goes over the bar. Hobby Town says the Vata goal reminded me of Guardiola. It actually, yeah, now you say that, it does have some similarities to that Guardiola goal. In fact, not to brag, I was talking to Adeline Guardiola the other day via Instagram. He reposted one of my videos on Instagram, so I sent him a DM. He replied, and we had a little bit of a back and forth, which was nice. But yeah, top guy, Adeline Guardiola, and yeah, I think he's still playing football actually out in the Middle East. Ogbonna into Imran Loser. Referee, it's a foul, surely. Referee says play on. Kayembe out wide to Larouchi. Into Rocco Vata. I mean, we're capable of scoring another goal. It just depends if Tom Cleverley's going to put on, you know, our best players or not. Or is he actually going to think, you know what, I'll save them for Tuesday night against Cardiff away from home. That might, you know, play into Tom Cleverley's thinking here. Oh, dear. Let me have a stretch. Oh. Chilzinho says, you're off to watch Everton Peterborough. You'll be back in a moment. No problem at all. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's just a shame. You know, I don't mind, like Vata's goal, it's a really good goal. I wouldn't mind if Fulham scored a goal like that, but just to be sloppy in possession and give away a stupid penalty, it's just frustrating, really. So, yeah, just the manner of the goal they scored, it isn't particularly great. But yeah, you know, we have to move on. They're a decent team. So here come Fulham again, down the left-hand side. Ryan Sessegnon into Joachim Andersen. Oh, Loser does really well to win it back. And Watford potentially have a counter-attacking opportunity here. Doumbia lays it off to Andrews. Loser, Porteous, back into Tom Ince. Ah, oh, Tom Ince, that's sloppy. That's a good opportunity for Watford to get men out the pitch. Imran Loser's been really impressive, actually, since he's come on, to be fair. Oh, Tom Ince working really hard to get back there. Oh, what a save, Jonathan Bond. That should have been 3-1 Fulham. Big save, Jonathan Bond. Made himself big. He did the Peter Schmeichel, Kasper Schmeichel. And yeah, he kept it out to keep it at the moment 2-1. Here's Alex Iwobi. Again, down this left-hand side, a lot of their attacks have come down this side so far. Andreas Pereira back out to this left-hand side. He finds Alex Iwobi. He's very difficult to deal with. Loser wins back the ball. Oh, he's got men all around him. And referee, that's a foul, surely. Thank you very much. Everton 1-0 up. Yeah, Everton, I think isn't it Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman who are taking charge of Everton tonight, obviously after Sean Dyche got sacked, which is yeah, very funny. I'm surprised no one's actually come in and really mentioned Rob Edwards. Let's all just laugh at Rob Edwards and Luton for one moment. Ha ha ha. Sorry. I had to get that in. I had to get that in. To be fair, Rob Edwards, I'm sure he's a top guy. You know, I don't want to go in on him too much, but his tactics, you know, even in his short time at Watford, I found them to be quite negative, and Luton should have done better with the players they've got in the Championship this season. I don't think they should have been challenging for the automatic promotion spots, maybe, but certainly they should be up there in the playoff race with some of the players they have, you know, available to them. So I do think it was right they made that change. I was secretly hoping they would keep him until the Derby day in a few weeks' time, but no, we'll have a new Luton manager by that point. So Watford have a free kick here. Vata takes it. Fulham goalkeeper attempts to punch away, and yeah, it's a wasted free kick opportunity there for Watford. I think it was Ryan Porteous who got a touch on that of his head, and it goes out for a Fulham goal kick. What are like the big FA Cup ties this weekend? Because the one I want to watch is Tottenham versus Tamworth. But is there any other, you know, big like Premier League ties in the FA Cup? Can you guys let me know if there's any exciting fixtures to keep an eye out for this weekend, or is it pretty boring? Yeah, because obviously Watford playing today, it means we won't be playing at all this weekend. Our next match is on Tuesday night. I'll of course be here doing another watch along. Cardiff versus Watford, the match that was postponed a few weeks ago due to that storm. So yeah, Cardiff Watford on Tuesday. If you're not going, do join me here on the Watford Way for that watch along. LaRouche clears from a Fulham throw. Watford really under the cosh here. Goes out for a Watford goal kick. Forest Luton, that could be alright actually. I'm going to Google them quickly. FA Cup fixtures this weekend. Let's see what else there is. Liverpool Accrington, that'll be good. Saturday 12:15. Man City Salford, interesting one. Leeds Harrogate Town. Arsenal Man United on Sunday 3 p.m. That'll be good. Newcastle Bromley, Ipswich Bristol Rovers, Millwall versus Dagenham. So yeah, there's a few good ties in there actually. VJ says Cardiff just beat. What does that mean? Does that mean they were beaten, or they beat someone else? Let us know. A very vague message there from VJ. Oh, Cardiff won against Sheffield United. Wow, okay. Big result for them. Yeah, Cardiff. I'm a bit concerned again for that. I mean, after their performance at Vicarage Road, recently, I'm quite worried actually. I mean, hopefully I'll be sitting here watching a Watford win with you guys. But yeah, Cardiff's home form this season, up until today, has been really bad. So for them to beat Sheffield United is quite a big statement. Oh, you were there. You're at the game, says Maury the cop. Proper freeze and went home at half time. I'm not surprised. It's a very, very cold night today. I'm sure the Watford fans in that away end are feeling absolutely Baltic. I said earlier, I went for a walk this afternoon, and even in the sunshine, when the wind picked up and when the wind hit your face, it wasn't very nice, really. So yeah. I am still watching the game, guys, of course, but there's not too much going on at the moment. So yeah, that's why my commentary is quite limited. But yeah, Fulham have the ball at the moment. It's passing round at the back quite comfortably. Into Awobi, Ryan Sessegnon comes off Ryan Andrews there for another Fulham corner. Just less than half an hour of normal time left to play here at Craven Cottage. Of course, the possibility is there that Watford, have a good counter attack and get another goal. But at the moment, if Tom Cleverley is reluctant to make them big changes, I suspect will probably be going out of the cup in the third round here. Yeah, Jonathan Bond clearly fouled there by Raul Jimenez challenging for that ball. So Watford have a free kick. Yeah, I saw a lot of matches were cancelled tonight. Actually, not in like the Championship or anything like that, but certainly in like the lower leagues and non-league because obviously the pitches are frozen and they don't really have the facilities to unfreeze a pitch. So yeah, lots of match cancellations I saw tonight, and actually I suspect over the next few days we'll probably see more cancellations happen because it's been so cold here in the UK. RS9 says, I know we should save our players for the league, but a win or taking them just penalties would be great for confidence. Yeah, you know what? I'm quite surprised Tom Cleverley didn't make the changes at half time, actually. I thought he might bring on, Georgie, Bar, Bio, Sissoko to go for the game because I did kind of feel they were there for the taking slightly, Fulham, in that first half if we got, our move correct. And obviously Rocco Vata proved that with his goal. So yes, so far RS9, it seems Tom Cleverley just isn't wanting to risk, them key Watford players, which is understandable. But for travelling fans, you want to see the best players out there and give it a good go. Wow, Fulham have won 10 corners in this match. Watford have won 0. Oh, and Fulham have just scored another goal. It's 3-1. And it's Joachim Andersen with a goal on the half volley there. So 3-1 Fulham. It's game over. It's game over. Let's be honest here. It is game over. And yeah, if that's going to tell anything to Tom Cleverley, it's to not risk the key players anymore. Just keep the score respectable and yeah, move on to the next game. So yeah, 3-1 Fulham. Andersen with the goal. Again, a lovely strike. Andreas Pereira with the corner. He actually missed his first attempt, Andersen, on the volley. And then he had another go and, yeah, found the back of the net. So Fulham 3, Watford 1. That should be that, really. And, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't go in the end now. Substitutions happening here. Fulham making some changes. Looks like Watford are refusing to still make any changes other than the loser change we were forced into in the first half. So Andersen, the goal scorer there, is actually coming off. And yeah, it looks like Issa Diop is coming on. Tom Potts says it was fun while it lasted. Yeah, we had a good 5 minutes, didn't we? We had a good 5 minutes of happiness. Hobby Town, gonna go have some fun with mates. I'll catch you, ladies and gents, on the next one. See you, mate. Have a good night. Well, that's just silly. Why has Tom Cleverley made that change? I don't get it. What the hell? So, I didn't actually see what happened there. So, Rocco Vata's come off. So, Georgie Shatfatazza and Kwadwo Bar have come on for Watford. Why would you risk them now? I don't know why I don't know why you would risk them. Like, surely you know you've lost the game. So why even bother, putting them on the pitch even for 20 minutes? So Bar and Georgie have come on. I just need to confirm. Oh, here we go. It's coming up on the screen now. So Josh King and Issa Diop come on for Fulham. And yeah, just waiting for them to confirm the Watford subs here. And Alex Iwobi has come off for Fulham as well. So Tom Ince and Rocco Vata are off, and Georgie Chapvadadze and Kwadwo Bar are on. Strange, considering Tom should have probably have done that 20 minutes earlier, but there we go. Oh well. Yeah, as Tom Potts says, why? The game is surely done. RS9, is it me or do we make changes too late? We could have made those changes at halftime. Absolutely. And what I would say is those changes are, rather than being proactive, those are reactive changes. So I think that's where I have a slight issue with Tom and his management style, where he doesn't anticipate situations enough, I don't think. So yeah, I feel he's been a bit reactive there to conceding that third goal, rather than being proactive and wanting to solidify at half time and make a good go the second half, because he's brought on, two key players for Watford, but, we're 2 goals down away from home against Premier League opposition. It's very unlikely we're going to score a goal now. Here's Bar. Out to Andrews. Andrews with a ball into the box. It's cleared away. And yeah, Watford commit the foul. Ryan Porteous with the foul. And Fulham have a free kick. Matt says, why take that off? He's been our best player even though we're losing. Vija says, Fulham are a ropey side. You can see us scoring again. I just think it's too little too late. I think our best players, Bar, Chapford, etc., they should have come on at half time for me. you know, we were in the position to take the game to Fulham, and we didn't do that. Oh my gosh. Nearly 4-1 to Fulham there. What a run that was by that player. I don't know who that was. I think that was Josh King for Fulham, their academy player. What a run, my goodness. And yeah, this is where, you know, the watch longs can get quite boring because you're not expecting Watford to get back into the game, and then you're also expecting Fulham to score, you know, a couple more goals. So it's quite depressing watching the last 20 minutes of matches like this sometimes. So yeah, keep your comments coming in just to keep me entertained. But yeah, Fulham 3, Watford 1 as it stands. Another corner for Fulham, headed wide that time. Ashley. Sorry, I could hear my brother. I was trying to get him to come in. Someone on Twitter saying Pozzo out. I'm not quite sure what Gino Pozzo has to do with the game today, but there we go. Come on, Watford. Let's get a consolation goal. Tom Potts says, James, what is my chippy order? We've got quite a good one actually near to where I live. So yeah, we don't go there too regularly. But I'm gonna keep that secret, and I'll let you guess, and I'll let you know if you get anything correct. But yeah, the one by our house is really nice actually. It's about a 10-minute walk away. We don't get takeaways that often, really. I mean, in our house, usually once a month is when we get takeaways. I know some people get them once a week, which for me, in my opinion, is a bit too much. So yeah, once a month usually we'd get a takeaway. So yeah, I don't want to get too fat, you see. I need to keep the timber off me. Fulham rattled the crossbar there, by the way. Andreas Pereira with a vicious shot. Jonathan Bond was nowhere near it. But yeah, Fulham hitting the bar there. Again, should have probably been 4-1. Our good friend's back. Our good friend is back. Jerry Sudworth. I knew Watford would lose, and you think we will be relegated from the Championship too. Really appreciate your comment, Jerry, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. We did score a goal, though. You know, we did score a goal. You know, I doubt Wildstone would score a goal against Fulham. So, yeah, Jerry Sudworth, thank you very much. And yeah, there we go. Oh dear. RS9, I think the rest of January is very important. Need transfers and wins. Certainly wins we need. I don't think we'll get a lot of transfers, unfortunately. Maury the cop blade. I very rarely have takeaways and fast food. Not touched alcohol since 2022. Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker myself, actually. like on a match day, I wouldn't usually have, you know, any alcohol at all. Like when I go out for like a nice meal or something, then sure. But you know, I'm not like a huge, you know, I'm not like your classic football hooligan. If that's what you're expecting of me. So no, I'm not a huge drinker either. Like fizzy drinks as well. Even I'm not a huge like carbonated drink guy. Um, I make myself sound so boring here, but yeah, I don't know. Jerry says Wildstone would beat Fulham easily. Do you reckon? I don't think so. I don't think so. So 15 minutes of normal time here to play. Yasser Larouche just committing a foul. Another Fulham substitution. So Harrison Reed, Fulham's number 6, is coming on for the final few minutes. Ah, bit disappointing, isn't it? Someone here on Twitter, I think they're overreacting slightly. They said it's been quite a sore game to watch, clearly lacking quality all over the pitch. Kayembe is effing diabolical. Clevs needs serious backing. And I hate to say it, with the next 3 to 4 games being away, it wouldn't surprise me if Gino pulls the plug. Wow, so a very negative comment from from a Watford fan there on social media. I don't think Tom Cleverley is getting sacked anytime soon, just to clarify. But yeah, interesting that some people are suggesting that's a possibility. I mean, obviously, with our owner, you know, you never know. But I think we'll be okay. I think the expectations for this season were purely to finish in a lower, you know, to mid-table spot in the Championship, and I think Watford will do that, you know, and I think it's. I said at the start of the season, and I still believe this, that we're in the middle of, you know, a multi-year project now. We want Tom Cleverley to be here for a long time, and to do that, you have to give him patience. I really don't think we'll be anywhere near relegation, and I think come the end of the season, I don't think we'll be near the playoffs. So I think everyone just needs to, you know, calm down, you know, ever so slightly, because I think everyone gets a little bit too angry when yeah, we just need to relax. Tom Potts, very confident. If we can get a goal now, you never know. It's the FA Cup. Well, you said it, Tom. You said it. I doubt we'll score another goal in this game, personally. If I was a Watford fan at Craven Cottage today, I would probably be considering leaving, to be honest with you. You know, considering how cold it is. Ah, dear. Come on, Watford. It's not helping. I've got this neck injury as well. My neck is absolutely killing me. I can't twist it properly to the left hand side. So, yeah, my neck is in quite a lot of agony. Corner to Fulham. RS9 says, let's hope the board don't see the sackings and decide to go back to their sacky ways. I can assure you, if Tom Cleverley receives the sack this season, I will be making an extremely long video about my displeasure towards Gino Pozzo. I can't see it happening. If that happened, I mean, honestly, I would probably expect riots if that happened. You know, the only reason they would sack Tom Cleverley is probably if we were literally in a precarious situation just above the drop zone. I can't see that happening personally. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. RS9 to sack him and we riot. Yes. Well, I'll say no, just so I can't be prosecuted for criminal activity, but sure. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think that would go down very well, would it, if that happened? Here's Quadwo Bar. Quadwo Bar on the ball, shrugging off, you know, 2 or 3 players here. Oh, Bar doing very well. Oh, he fouls the player trying to win back the ball. That's a shame. It's just so powerful, Bar, isn't he? He really is. Shall we bring up the latest statistics for you guys to see? And yeah, very much in Fulham's favour. Let's take a quick look. So you can see the match momentum there. You know, it's all white, really. You got a couple of yellow spikes in there, and where Watford, you know, have counter-attacked. Yeah, very much, you know, all Fulham dominating the entire match. 73% possession, 2.61 XG for Fulham, 25 shots, 4 big chances, whereas Watford have had 4 shots in the entirety of the match. You can see that Everton still beating Peterborough by 1-0. Cardiff beating Sheffield United earlier today as well. So yeah, pure domination there by Fulham, unfortunately. Alison says tomorrow is fish and chip Friday. Is that every Friday, Alison? You get a takeaway every Friday. Wow. Lucky you. Lucky you. You know what? I mean, this might be quite a controversial statement from me, but I had a Domino's relatively recently, and I think Domino's is overrated. Like, let me know if you agree, but I think Domino's is number one, you know, overpriced, but I think it's an overrated pizza as well. Like, it's hardly authentic Italian pizza, you know. Like, I think it tastes quite rubbery, like, if I'm being honest. Come on, Watford. Let's just keep the score at a respectable level. Good defending by Ryan Andrews. Well done. I mean, Watford under a lot of pressure here. But yes, so far they've not scored a 4th goal. RS9 says Pizza Hut over Domino's. Yes. In fact, if you Pizza Express do really nice pizzas. I've had Pizza Express delivered to me before. Because they're more of like a sit-down restaurant type thing, and when you get them delivered, I think it's nicer. Maury the Cop, exactly. I think it's overrated. Tom Potts says you love the Domino's cookies. Yes, they are good. They are good. That like the melty chocolate Domino's cookies, but again, you know, very overpriced. You pay about $5.99 and you get 2 cookies. So yeah, overpriced Domino's. They must make so much money, honestly. Oh, it's a 4th goal. Yeah, Watford getting obliterated now, I think it's fair to say. Timothy Castagna, I believe, is a Belgian international, isn't he? Scoring a header there at the back post. Fulham 1, not Fulham 1, Fulham 4, Watford 1. Watford getting torn to pieces now. Oh dear. I'm very much happy to continue the feud conversation rather than focusing too much on the football. But yeah, Timothy Castagna, Jonathan Bond beaten at his near post. You know, should have done better potentially there. I mean, there was a lot of power on the header. But yeah, Castagna scores. Fulham 4, Watford 1. Asda, do nice create your own pizzas? Yeah, the supermarket ones are okay, but you can't beat a takeaway really. There's just something different, isn't there, about takeaway food? But yeah, the supermarket ones are okay. Should I tell you what I'm really addicted to? Like, if you want to win me over, if you meet me in real life and you want to say, James, I brought you a gift, just buy me loads of halloumi. I absolutely love halloumi. It is like a drug, really. Like, oh my god, halloumi is just so nice. So yeah, there we go. There's a random fun fact about me. I love halloumi. James, do you ever get a meal deal from Tesco or Co-op? Very rarely, very rarely. If I usually I'll make my lunch at home and then take it to go. Papa John's is awful. You know what? I've never had a Papa John's. What's the other one called? You've got Papa John's. I've never had a Chicago town pizza either, like the really thick cheesy ones, like the New York style ones. I've never had one of them. Yeah, I've never had a Papa John's. Yeah. I assume Papa John's is just the same nonsense as Domino's, really. It's no code who says you love halloumi. 2RS9 says halloumi is heaven. Yeah, I mean, I went out for a family meal the other day and I ordered halloumi as a starter, and they literally gave me like 12 pieces of halloumi. I was looking at this plate. I was like, oh my god, like there is just so much there is so much halloumi for me to eat. It's incredible. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Here come Fulham again. We don't want this to get any worse. Like, we don't want 5 or 6 really, because that would just be a bit embarrassing. 4 goals I can just about deal with, but any more is slightly embarrassing really. And again, I still feel it's a bit of a waste that we put on Georgie and Bar when we were losing 3-1 anyway. So yeah. So here we go. This is a nice moment coming now. So the highly rated Watford Academy prospect Amin Nabidza, an attacker. He's coming on for Mamadou Doumbia for the last few minutes of this match. So 88 minutes played, and Amin Nabidza, the Watford Academy attacker. I'm not entirely sure what position he plays. I think he's capable of playing in any of the kind of free positions across the front lines. So yeah, he's coming on to get a few minutes at the end of this game. But yeah, as I was saying, I love halloumi. I love halloumi. It's probably my favourite food, actually. Burgers are up there. I just love it. I love it. I've never had a halloumi burger. Like, I want to go into Nando's and try their halloumi burger because apparently that is really nice. I just don't know. I just don't know how that would work. Tom Potts, you're quite tired. You might go to bed. That's fine, Tom. Do not worry. I'm shattered as well. Have a good weekend. You'll tune in on Tuesday. There will be a stream on Tuesday. Don't you worry. Cardiff versus Watford. I think that's 7:45 kickoff as well. So yeah, I'll be here on Tuesday, and yeah, hope to see you then, Tom. Every Friday, says Alison. She gets fish and chips every single Friday. I love that. I love that for you, Alison. Good stuff. It is funny, isn't it? I mean, like half the time, whenever Watford start losing heavily, we always just revert to like chatting about food for some reason on here. But yeah, I love it. I love food. But I eat it in moderation, and I do plenty of like high cardio exercise to burn off the calories. RS9 says, let's beat Cardiff on Tuesday. Yeah, if we don't beat Cardiff on Tuesday, I might turn into Angry James for a moment, because yeah, we really need to turn around this kind of rut of form we're in now. So yeah, massive game on Tuesday night at the Cardiff City Stadium. Absolutely. 3 minutes added time here at Craven Cottage. And yeah, current score, of course, is Fulham 4, Watford 1. Do you think we can still make playoffs? Says It's No Cody. I think it'll be a bit of a stretch. You know, a lot of teams around us are strengthening heavily in this transfer window. So probably not. Probably not. I mean, Sunderland are signing like a £25 million player on loan. So, you know, that's what we're competing with, really. It's really difficult for Watford to bring in, you know, quality players in this market. Well played here by Watford. Loser over the top, intercepted by Fulham. Just a minute and a half left to go of this match before the full-time whistle. If you have any last words before we head off, please feel free to put them in the live chat. And yeah, as I said, we'll be back on Tuesday for your Cardiff City versus Watford live match watch along, back to Championship action after our brief appearance in the FA Cup. Of course, Watford getting knocked out here in just a minute or so's time against Premier League opposition. And yeah, to be fair to Fulham, it's the result I expected. It's the result I anticipated. And with the players they started the game with, it's the result that should have happened, really. So not surprised, obviously disappointed. But I'm glad we got to see a goal, and what a goal it was by Rocco Vata. Clearly the boy has, you know, immense ability and potential. So yeah, the one positive to take from today is yeah, Rocco Vata, you know, his goal was absolutely incredible. 30 seconds left to play here at Craven Cottage. And then I'll head off and hopefully get a decent night's sleep. Hopefully I won't be too cold. Oh. And the referee should be blowing up now. And there we go. It's full time. So the game finishes. Watford. I was about to say Watford 4. I'm going crazy today. Watford 1. Fulham 4 at Craven Cottage. Yeah, let me know your brief thoughts, obviously, in the live chat. And then I'll be heading off to get a much needed, yeah, good night's sleep, hopefully. But yeah, in all honesty, you know, to summarize my thoughts, am I gutted? I wouldn't say I'm gutted. You know, am I disappointed? Yes. Did I want to win? Yes. Do I realise we're against Premier League opposition? Yes. Am I glad we got to see a very good Watford goal? Yes. So all in all, it's been a decent night. The performance isn't what we wanted. You know, we clearly got dominated. Again, I'll quickly just show you the statistics here. 72% possession to Fulham, 2.89 expected goals, 27 shots. Look at that, 27 shots to Watford's 5. 5 big chances created for Fulham. Yeah, they fully deserve to win today. I'm not going to, you know, deny that at all. So, yeah, look, let's move on. The full focus has to be on picking up a 3-point victory against Cardiff on Tuesday, and just stopping this run of form we're on, because I can kind of feel the negative energy coming in now. So yeah, very much the focus should be on the Championship and trying to finish as high as possible. And yeah, as Richard says, that's the difference between the Championship and Premier League. At least we got a goal, and what a goal it was. Absolutely. Right. I'm not going to stay here for too much longer. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Bye-bye.